Hello dear students, welcome to biology. Today it's our 6th class. So my dear student, we are learning chapter 1, the living world, and last class we came to know that what is living. So we came to know that to be living organism, that thing must possess some of the characteristics. So we came to know that to be living, some of the characteristics must be fulfilled by the object, then only we can consider it as a living, right? So today we will proceed. We will learn today diversity of life. So my dear student, diversity of life. So when you heard about diversity, the meaning of diversity means various, okay, different, variety. So my dear student, when you look in your surrounding, you will find that last class I have given you a homework to identify what are the different living organism that is in your surrounding. I hope that you have done it. Okay, now you came to know that in your surrounding there are various living organism, isn't it? So they have different shapes, different size, yes or no? Their habitat is different, okay, their food is different. So when you see in your surrounding, this variation is known as diversity. So today we are going to learn about that diversity of the living world. Okay my dear student. So students, on earth about 1.7 to 1.8 millions living organisms have been identified till that date. So my dear student, till today it is said that on earth 1.7 to 1.8 millions living organisms have been identified, and there are many more living organisms that are still to be identified. So now you may think that if you are interested in living organism, then you may study the living organism. There are many millions more that are on earth which remain unidentified. So if you want to study them, if you want to identify, then you can identify, and if you identify it, the number will be added to this number. Okay, so according to your NCERT book, this is the data that is given regarding the identification of living organism, or the number of living organism that have been identified till today, that is 1.7 to 1.8 millions. I hope that you will remember this number. So on earth, what is the number of living organism that have been identified? That is 1.7 to 1.8 millions. Okay, then out of this, about 10 lakhs species from animal world. So my dear student, out of this number, it is said that 10 lakhs species are from animal kingdom. Okay, and in animal kingdom, insects occupy the highest position. That means insects are the largest group in animal kingdom with 7,50,000 species. Okay, so 7,50,000 variety of insects are available in the animal kingdom. So we may say that in animal kingdom the highest number is insects. Clear? So insects occupy the highest position in animal kingdom with 7,50,000 species of insect. Clear? Then number 2 is vertebrates. So it is said that vertebrates, there are 60,000 species of vertebrate have been identified in animal kingdom. So vertebrates means the organism or the animal, okay, we may say animal that have that vertebral column, backbone. So animals that possess backbone, okay, are known as vertebrates. So we human being, we have backbone, so we are vertebrate. Clear? So in animal kingdom we will learn details about the vertebrates. Okay, Just for timing, you remember that vertebrates means those who have that vertebral column, backbone. They are known as vertebrates. So like backbone possessing animals, 60,000 species have been identified. Clear? Then other invertebrates. So other invertebrates means those who don't have backbone. So those who don't have backbone, that total number is 50,000. So 50,000 species of invertebrate have been identified. Okay. Then worms. So it is said that worms, 20,000 worms have been identified under animal kingdom. Clear? Then number 5th is mollusks. So mollusks, it is 80,000. Okay. Then other arthropods is 60,000. So this is an estimation, okay, in animal kingdom, that about 10 lakhs species from animal kingdom have been identified. So when you add all this number, it will be more than 10 lakhs. So because of which we are writing about. Okay, so number may increase. So day by day the number will increase, because people are going on identifying the new species, isn't it? So this is a brief explanation about the living organism that have been identified under animal kingdom. Okay. Then my dear student, it is said that forests occupy only 80% of the total land area of the earth. So dear student, we know that our earth, okay, 3 by 4th, it is covered with water. That means out of 4, 3 part is water and 1 part is land. So out of that 1 part of land, 8% is covered by forest. So you may imagine that 1 part of land, out of which only 8% is covered by forest. So it is a very less area compared to whole earth, isn't it? So it is said that forests occupy only 8% of our total land area of the earth. Clear? Then 3,92,700 species of flowering and non-flowering plants have been identified in the world. So my dear student, now we have came to know about the animals. Now it's time to know about the plants. So plants are also living organism. Now they also occupy a important place on the earth, and it is said that about 3,92,700 species of flowering as well as non-flowering plant have been identified in the world. So this is only a estimation, okay, about. So more, now what happened, day by day that species number of identification is going on increasing. Clear? Then out of this 49,000 species, okay, so out of these 3,92,700 species, 49,000 species, that is 12% of the world's flora, have been identified in India. So it is said that out of these 3,92,700 species, 49,000 species, that is we can say 12% of the world's flora, that is the plants, have been identified in India. So 12% of world's flora have been identified in India. So my dear student, I hope that you know the meaning of flora and fauna. Flora means plant and fauna means animal. Okay, so this is a short description about what is the number of plants that are identified in the world, and the number of percentage of world flora that is found in India is 12%, and the number is 49,000 species, okay, of plant have been identified singly in India. Okay, this is found in India. So my dear student, now let us know what is biodiversity. So here you will find two terms, biodiversity. Bio means life, isn't it? And diversity means variety, variation. Clear? Now let us know the definition of biodiversity. Biodiversity is defined as the variability among living organisms from all sources, including terrestrial, marine, and other aquatic ecosystem, and the ecological complex of which they are part. This includes diversity within species, between species, and of ecosystem. So, my dear student, biodiversity can be defined as the variability among living organisms from all sources. So, variability means variation, differences. Okay, so the differences among living organisms from all sources, that means on earth what are the different sources from where we may find organism. So here we may include terrestrial. So terrestrial means on land. So on land what are the different organism that are present? Marine. So marine means in sea water. Okay, and other aquatic ecosystem. Other aquatic ecosystem means fresh water. Okay, river, stream, pond, these are other aquatic ecosystem. Clear? So it is said that the differences among the living organism that are found on land, again in sea, again in river, pond, okay, and the ecological complex of which they are part. So this is an ecological complex of which they are a part. So organism is a part of that ecological system. Yes or no? And this includes diversity within species. Now you will find that the organism living on land are different from the organism living in sea or in a river. Okay, then you will find that from one area to another area, okay, depending on the climatic condition also organism are different. Yes or no? Then you will find it within a same species. For example, we human being is a single species, but within the human being you will find the differences are there, isn't it? So within a single family you will find that, within your family you will find that differences are there. Okay, so this variation we may call it as a biodiversity. Then again, species and of ecosystem. Now some diversity you will find within the species and between the species and the ecosystem. Now some species and the ecosystem. Okay, understood? So this is a definition of biodiversity. Again you may write biodiversity as the variation in shape, size, okay, habitat among the organism. Okay, so actually biodiversity is the variation that is found among the organism in regard to their shape, size, habitat, okay, then living style, okay, food, habitat, everything. So this is a brief description about biodiversity. I hope that you have understood the definition of biodiversity. So biodiversity is defined as the variability among living organisms from all sources, including terrestrial means land, marine means sea water, and other aquatic ecosystem. Other aquatic ecosystem means, aquatic means water. Okay, so other aquatic ecosystem you may consider river, pond. Clear? And the ecological complexes of which they are part. This includes diversity within species and between species and of ecosystem. So this is known as biodiversity. I hope that you have understood the diversity of living world. Okay, so thank you and have a good day.